what's up everybody? Welcome to another edition of Unboxing the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Bianconi. If you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could also hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime we put out new content, that would be appreciated also. So I received something in the mail today that I'm super excited about. So anyone that watches my videos knows that I am a huge fan of 80s rock, 80s metal, hair metal, whatever you want to call it. And I'm always super excited when I get a vinyl release anywhere from 1987 to 1992, because those seem to be the hardest ones to find. Now, it's great when it's an original issue, but for me, it's just as great when it's a good reissue, because I buy my records to listen to, not necessarily just to sit on a shelf. I do have a lot of collectible stuff, but for the most part, when I buy a record, I want to put it on the turntable. I want to listen to it. So what I have for you today is the third album by the band Pussycat. The album is called Whipped. It was released on August 4th, 1992. It came out on Elektra Records, produced by John Jansen, and only reached as high as number 90 on the Billboard charts, and there's no gold or platinum certifications, unfortunately, for this album. And we'll get more into this in a little bit, but unfortunately, this album fell victim to the wave of grunge that had pretty much come through from the end of 91 through 92. So it is what it is, but that doesn't mean it's not a great album. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. All right, so package, see what we have here. All right. Too much box. Okay, so here we have it. The third album by the band Pussycat, Whipped. So there's the front cover. Here is the back cover with the track listing and some pictures of the band. Pretty cool. Now what this is the Real Gone Records reissue. And I think it just came out a little earlier this year. And right now, I think you can only get it from Real Gone's website. I did check on Amazon, and Amazon said it wasn't coming out until July 1st, 2022. So I went ahead and paid Real Gone Records so I could have it now. So again, there it is. All right, so really cool. All right, and this is the Milky Clear Whipped Cream vinyl pressing. This is also the first time this particular album has been pressed in America. And it was limited to 2,000 copies. This is all stuff I got off the Real Gone website. So let's go ahead and see if we can get into this. Maybe I'll have better luck with this than I did with that box. All right. Let's see if I can do this without messing up the hype sticker on the front. All right. Yeah, it does say right on the front here, limited to 2,000 pressings. So let's go ahead and pull the cellophane off. We'll deal with that a little bit later. All right, so here we go. Pussycat, Whipped. Without the cellophane. Again, back cover with the band looking, every bit of their 80s glory here in 1992. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have on the inside. All right, we pull out the inner sleeve. All right, and on one side we have this picture of what I assume may be the same girl from the front cover. I'm not entirely sure. All right, and then on the back, there's a bunch of liner notes and everything at the bottom here. And then on the back, we have a full lyric sheet. It's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what this vinyl looks like and see how fancy this thing might be. So again, this is the Milky White Whipped Cream vinyl. So let's see what that looks like. If I can get it out of here. Ooh. That is pretty milky white and whipped creamy and somewhat clear. So there you go. Really cool looking vinyl. Still has the Elektra sticker in the middle, the Elektra logo at the top, and it's also got the Real Gone Music logo on the sticker. So there's side one. Here's side two. Nothing too special there, but keeping it authentic, which I think is really cool. All right. So I'm super excited because this is a really cool record. That unfortunately, because of the time, just didn't get its just due. So let's talk about this album for a second. Pussycat, Whipped, their third record, got really good reviews. It was praised for its strength and diversity of music. There's a lot of different elements and stuff on here. And they're one of those bands to me that really, you can hear the evolution, of them musically from their first record back here, which is very much, a product of the environment it came from. Total sleaze rock, total sleaze LA, Sunset Strip, hair metal. And then by their second record, they had gotten a little more bluesy, musically just got a little more diverse and a little better. And this album to me is just the next progression. This is an amazing record, a lot of different sounds, and really, to me, when I listen to a band like Faster Pussycat, I hear a lot more than just, oh, here's just another hair band. You know, they actually had, you know, some great talent, some great songwriting, and some music and some sounds that, in my opinion, stuff off this album could fit in very well with anything being released on rock radio today. That's just my opinion. So let's talk about some of the songs on here. The single was Non-Stop to Nowhere. Really cool song. I always loved that song. I remember loving it in 92, you know, when I first heard it on Headbangers Ball. Awesome tune, total album-oriented rock ready, you know, great tune. Unfortunately, like I said, because of the times, didn't really take off. I think it reached the mainstream charts, but it didn't get super high, and that's unfortunate. Jack the Bastard is one of my favorite tunes on here. Just a total, you know, balls-out rocker. Big Dictionary, a lot of innuendo in that song. But to me, the cool thing about Big Dictionary, it's one of those songs that shows how diverse the record is. Because I don't know if anybody on here remembers a band called White Trash that was out around the same time, 91, 92. A bit of a funk rock band with some horns and some other shit going on, and had that song Apple Pie that was pretty popular for a little bit. To me, Big Dictionary is very reminiscent of some of the sounds and different things that, you know, like White Trash was doing. Like, very reminiscent of that sound. Which again is, you know, very diverse, you know, when you compare it to Nonstop or Jack the Bastard or whatever. And then one of the other highlights on here is a song called Mr. Love Dog, which was a tribute to Andrew Wood, the singer from Mother Love Bone, that passed away. And then, of course, a couple of the guys went on to form Pearl Jam in the wake of all that. And again, to me, that kind of says, and I don't know a whole lot of Tammy Down, the singer, and Andrew Wood were friends or any of that stuff. But to me, it just shows that grunge and hair metal, as far as the people are concerned, you know, maybe the music was a lot different, but as far as the people were concerned, it just goes to show there was probably more respect between, you know, the two genres than a lot of people give you credit for. You know, like, if you listen to Eddie Vedder, you know, it just makes it sound like everybody in grunge hated everybody in hair metal, but I don't really think that's the case. You know, Alice in Chains, when they first hit it big, you know, we're touring around with Poison and some other bands, you know, and I think there was a mutual respect there until the media basically, you know, kind of broke that away. That's just my opinion. You know, I think it's cool that a band very synonymous with, you know, the Sunset Strip and LA and hair metal and everything, you know, had a song on there as a tribute to Andrew Wood, because I always kind of felt like Mother Love Bone was sort of a transition band anyway. They were from Seattle, but they had some very glammy elements to their music. So, again, very cool that Faster Pussycat, you know, put a tribute to Andrew Wood on this album. Again, I think this album is awesome, you know, but again, being that it was, you know, later, you know, mid to late 1992, by then grunge had completely taken over. So pretty much, you know, the bigger bands, you know, the Def Leppards, the Bon Jovis, you know, whoever, they certainly weren't going to get any bigger. You know, they were still doing well at the time, but they weren't getting any bigger, and any bands that hadn't made it super big by this point weren't going to now. And unfortunately, Faster Pussycat, while the album previous to this, you know, did go gold and had a hit in House of Pain, you know, unfortunately, they didn't really have that huge breakthrough. And unfortunately, this album suffered because of it. And it's really unfortunate, because this is a really good album. And I don't know how many times I can say unfortunate or unfortunately, but we'll count and we'll see, you know, whatever. Anyway, but again, you know, I'm unboxing something else here that I consider to be a lost classic, and another album that didn't get its due just because of timing or whatever else. But really, in hindsight, this is a great album that stands out, that goes far beyond, you know, the label of hair metal. So check it out, Faster Pussycat, Whipped. This would be the last album they would make for a little bit. You know, some of the guys went on to do some other things. I know Tammy Down went on to do some industrial work and some other bands before coming back to Faster Pussycat. And now, you know, there's a version of the band out touring right now with LA Guns and Tom Kiefer that I'm hoping to check out myself. But again, you know, Whipped, Nonstop to Nowhere, you know, Jack the Bastard, you know, just so many great songs. Madame Ruby's Love Boutique. I mean, just so many great songs on this record. So check out this reissue. If you don't want to buy a vinyl, you can find it on iTunes and Spotify or anywhere else. And I don't know if there's any remasters or anything like that, you know, of CDs or whatever, but there is a European box set that has all of their Elektra catalog all in like one box. So maybe check that out too. It's kind of similar to that rap box set over there. So, all right, anyway, I've talked long enough. Faster Pussycat, Whipped. I have it on vinyl. I'm super stoked. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. That's all I've got for you today. like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below. Hit that notification bell. I've got some other things out on my channel. I've got the rest of my Unboxing the Vinyl series. I've got my Inside the Vinyl series where we talk about live albums and lost classics, which this could certainly qualify. I've got some concert footage from different festivals and some other things out there. And if you happen to be a fan of disc golf and would like to see some mediocre players play some very mediocre golf, then I've got some videos on that too. So again, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace out. There you go, boy.